Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for a Tuesday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, where we talk all things Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. I am your host, Brady Vini, and today's report includes Mike Tomlin press conference news and notes. A new wide receiver has hit the market for the Steelers to look at. Penguins lineup set for tonight's game in Calgary, and more. As always, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into the first news story of the day. This week's Mike Tomlin press conference news and notes. It's another Tomlin Tuesday, and here is some news and notes from Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin's Week 8 press conference. Starting with the quarterback, Mike Tomlin unsurprisingly expressed his pleasure with the performance of Russell Wilson. When asked about what he liked reviewing Wilson's tape after the slow start to Sunday night's game, Tomlin answered, "You know his poise. I thought his experience was really evident. He was unmoved and unshaken by the lack of fluidity with the start. But I think that's kind of reflective of a guy that's done it at a high level for over a decade. A guy that's a world champion. A guy that's a 9-10-time Pro Bowler. He's just seen a lot in this game, and that's in his back pocket, just like his throwing abilities, and it gets you in and out of circumstances." Additionally, Tomlin said that Wilson will take first-team reps this week with a smile when he was asked to confirm if Russ will start, but said he wants both quarterbacks ready. Coach T shouted out a bunch of players for great performances, but two that stuck out were corner Joey Porter Jr. and center Ryan McCollum. Tomlin credited Porter for being much more detailed in how he prepares for his opponents now, referring to him as a much more polished professional. As for McCollum, his performance was, quote, double thumbs up according to Tomlin. McCollum will have another big task ahead of him in two-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence this week, though Tomlin says they will give him some help with that assignment. On to the injury front, defensive tackle Montravius Adams has already been ruled out against the Giants with a knee injury. Adams was questionable with that knee going into Sunday night and was active, but left during the game and never returned. Two other names that I also think are safe to say as out are outside linebacker Nick Herbig and center Zach Frazier, as Tomlin said there has been no new news on their injuries. Corner Dante Jackson also left Sunday night's game early, but with a shoulder injury that he has been fighting through since week 3. However, Tomlin says that the injury is minor and shouldn't affect Jackson's availability Monday night. Many Steeler fans, including myself, suspected that Jackson's injury was much more severe, and that it could possibly keep him out this week, especially with the team signing former 9th overall corner CJ Henderson to the active roster off the practice squad. Just like Jackson, safety DeMonte Casey is also expected to play on Monday. Tomlin said that Casey could have played Sunday night, but the Steelers wanted to err on the side of caution with his ankle injury and wait another week. Rookie wide receiver Roman Wilson was also healthy enough to play on Sunday night, but Tomlin said that, quote, "Roman needs to work for me to really consider him. At this point, I wonder if injuries and Tomlin's blatant unwillingness to play him will make this a pseudo redshirt year for Wilson." The last two names mentioned in Tomlin's Tuesday injury report is that linebacker Tyler Matakevich and running back Cordero Patterson are working their way back from a hamstring and ankle injury respectively. The last tidbit from Tomlin's press conference is that he got in touch with the NFL League office in New York, and they did confirm to him that the leverage penalty call made against safety Minkah Fitzpatrick on a blocked extra point shouldn't have been called. Tomlin said, "It is a shame because that was a significant play by Mink. That could have changed the texture of how that game unfolded. That now makes it 2 times this season that a penalty call on Fitzpatrick has been confirmed to be legal by the NFL after the fact." A new wide receiver has hit the market for the Steelers to look at. Man, is it fun being a Steeler fan this year with the team constantly being in the news for a possible big-time wide receiver trade. I actually take it back. It's been quite stressful, and us Steelers fans just want anybody at this point so that the trade rumors can calm down a bit. First it was Brandon Ayuk. By the way, sorry about your knee this past weekend. Then it was Davante Adams. Sorry we kicked your butt twice in 1 week. And now this receiver is the latest trade candidate for the Steelers to kick the tires on. Senior NFL insider for The Athletic, Diana Russini, reports Tuesday afternoon that the Los Angeles Rams have been in contact with multiple teams about a trade involving former Super Bowl MVP wide receiver Cooper Kupp. Probably the biggest detail in Russini's report is that the Rams are supposedly seeking a second-round pick in return for Kupp, but are willing to retain some of his salary in 2024. There hasn't been any confirmed reports yet on who the teams are that the Rams contacted, but you must think that the Steelers are certainly one of them. The 31-year-old receiver has 18 receptions for 147 yards and a touchdown in 2 games this year. Unfortunately, he has been sidelined with an ankle sprain he suffered in Week 2, but is expected to return to action this week when the Rams take on the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday Night Football. Though Kupp may have injury problems, he is a savvy route runner who, when at the top of his game, is a top 15, maybe even top 10 wide receiver in the NFL. No offense to Mike Williams, I would love to have him right now, but Cooper Kupp would be a real needle mover and would make the Steelers a true contender for the division, conference, and maybe even the Super Bowl. If I am Steelers general manager Omar Khan, I have let this wide receiver situation go on long enough and have let 2 elite wide receivers slip through my fingers this year. In a heartbeat, I send the Rams a conditional second-round pick with them retaining some of Kupp's salary and officially shore up my wide receiver room. Russell Wilson officially becoming a part of Pittsburgh's culture. Well, Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson is about to be firmly written into the Yinzer history books thanks to one iconic Pittsburgh food franchise. In his performance against the Jets, Wilson was cooking on the field, which is now making Permane Brothers get cooking off the field. Just before kickoff of Sunday night's game, Permane Brothers posted on their X account, "If Russell Wilson cooks tonight, the Danger Witch 2.0 is on the menu by Tuesday." As the people like to say, the Steelers let Russ cook, and now Permane's has announced the release of their new Danger Russ sandwich. The sandwich in question has 4 meats, pepperoni, salami, ham, and bacon, and will be topped with provolone cheese, fries, coleslaw, and tomato. Additionally, Permane's announced that for each Danger Russ sandwich sold, they will donate $1 to the UPMC Children's Hospital, where Russell Wilson visits kids every week, as long as he remains QB1 for the Steelers. You're telling me that I get to eat a good sandwich and $1 goes to a greater cause? Sign me up. And finally, Penguins lineup set for tonight's game in Calgary. The Pittsburgh Penguins continue their Western Canada road trip tonight when they take on the Calgary Flames. After a 6-3 loss Sunday afternoon to the Winnipeg Jets, Sullivan has shuffled the lines a little bit once again. Firstly, with the forward lines, after being a healthy scratch Sunday afternoon, Michael Bunting is back in the lineup on the second line with Evgeny Malkin and Ricard Raquel. With Bunting back, Jesse Puljujärvi was bumped from the second line down to the fourth line with Kevin Hayes and Noel Acciari. Also, Valtteri Puustinen, after playing his first and only game this season on Sunday, has been relegated back to the press box. The first and third offensive lines, as well as the defensive pairings from Sunday's loss, will remain intact. In between the pipes tonight for the Penguins will be Alex Nedeljkovic, as he was first goalie off during this morning's skate. Also for the second straight game, Joel Blomqvist will be backup, once again leaving Tristan Jarry as a healthy scratch. Puck drop for tonight's game is scheduled for 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and hopefully the Pens can get their act together following their last 2 sloppy performances. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up a Tuesday edition of the Steel City Sports Report. Again, please be sure to like, comment, and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow with some more Pittsburgh sports news.